So I'm on the guitar here. This guitar is an acoustic guitar, and I'm going to play it for you for the top of this region. Region selected. Press my equal key so you see the cycle's on. Press the C key, and now let's play for the top. That's our guitar, acoustic guitar. Different than the other two guitars, which were dual amps. This is just an acoustic guitar recorded with a microphone, one of our samples. So here, I would normally use a compressor and EQ. But I would probably use the EQ first. So in this case, I'll probably take this compressor off of here, and I want to put an EQ right here. And we'll get the channel, which is right there. I'll close that out. And then next, we're going to EQ here. I'm going to get rid of that. Now you hold it down, and you can scroll down and select what you want to select. Right now, I want to get a compressor up. There's a little bit of compression on this thing, not much, just to make it tight enough. Sounds pretty tight already. It's going to make it a little bit, not much at all. So I'm going to close this window here like that. And of course, I can put an icon here as well. So if I want, I'll just go to here, I'll click on icon, and now I'll look for acoustic guitar somewhere, which I know there's plenty of them here. Looks like this is one right here. Looks like one, it is one. Beautiful. Okay, so that's the track we're using. And of course, since it's selected, right here in the header, we have the acoustic guitar icon. And here is the track right here. So I'll lower it down a little bit more, maybe a hair. That's good. And so let's close this. And now we've got this setting right here, as you can see here. And we've got the EQ and a compressor. Now for my EQ, I can go over here. And what I want to do for the EQ is probably, let's see here, I'm going to get me an EQ that I might like. Let's see. Let's go with a guitar EQ, and we'll listen to a few of them. Let's listen to this bright improve. Let's try this one first. See here, we've got a little more bass here, up to 500, so it sort of slopes down here, right down to right here, to about maybe 620 hertz. Then here, at 1K, we got a little boost here, for almost like a guitar frequency right there. Then more of the high end, so this is more of a brighter sound for the guitar. So I may want to just, I think it's not too bad though. I like the way it sounds. So I may just want to do a little boosting at the bottom here, maybe a little bit. I may want to bring some of this high down, because there isn't much way that I need to really see. So there's a Q right there. I'm going to bring the dB down a little bit and play it back. So that's one. So I can go here again and say, find one more I might like. There's a guitar and acoustic, and I'm going to try this rhythm acoustic guitar out. Look at this. Cut the bass out here. See this little EQ? So it's cutting the bass out here, right here. The low end bass. Now sometimes we do say, wow, that sounds real drastic, and you forget how the other EQ sounds. So we got a comparison here. So let's compare right here. I go to compare. And what I tend to do too, I may go here and I would say, well look, I want to make up my own EQ. I'm not too sure what's going on here, but I know where the frequencies are. After you watch, if you look at some of these presets, you'll notice where the frequency's at. You're going to say, wait a minute, I know that it was right about here before, and then they want to change the Q, make that notch a little bit. And do a comparison. Out with it, without it. contrasting works great. You can compare between what you had before and what you've got now. And I give you, so wait a minute, I may want to add a little noise frequency here. I may want to get a little more mids. And the point here too is also, you do not want the EQ to collide with other instruments. You don't want the voice to get in the way, or a flute, or another rhythm guitar that may be a little bit smaller in size, but a little bit deeper in depth. So you never know. So the whole purpose here is to make sure you do EQ, that you're going to slightly EQ the sound, but make sure you keep the natural sound, but don't let it get in the way of another sound that could be similar to it within the same frequency range. That's very important. So once you get a preset you like, you made your own preset, let's say, and you like it and you want to keep it, you're going to go here. So let's say, well, you know, I'm going to go here, I want to keep this thing. So you go down here and it says save as. Or you can say save settings. Let's see if you got one you like, save it. I can go here to save as. Then the dialog box comes up right here, and it says it's save settings as. I can name it. It'll save it here in the EQ. I can call it acoustic rhythm. And I can call this docs. I'll just say doc. And I'll say save. And now the name appears right there. And whenever I want to get it again, I would go back in and look for it and pull it right up. Now it's going to be in your EQ section, so you got to make sure you can load up a setting. So I may want to load settings. And there it is right there. See it? Appears right there. I load it in, it's right there in it. So you can load it, save it, and you can also throw it out when you get through with it. And that's a great way to use that. So for example, I pulled it back up, I like it, let's say great. And I play it with my compressor. And I may like it. And if you do, you continue on. And that's how you can use an EQ, which I prefer to use only with a folk guitar, with a rhythm guitar. Makes it much easier. Maybe a little compression if you like. Sometimes I'm not really heavy on that, but it depends on the situation and the music style using it in.